Next, here, stop number 29 on the NRSL Mello Yello series brings us to Rockingham, The Rock, as it is known. And we are here for the running of the AC Delco 200 for AC Delco Racing Weekend. We have the AC Delco 400 for the NRSL Casual GTX Cup Series coming up soon, coming up the same weekend as well. But we are here today for the 50 laps of action here on this 1.017 mile racetrack, and we're set. And here's the starting for today's running event. On the pole, car number 74 is Charles Sanford on the pole for today's event. He'll be alongside Joshua Osborne, car 60, the Winn-Dixie Ford. He's on the outside. Row 2 is Andrew Perry, car number 66, the Duraflame Dodge. He'll be alongside car 32, the man who ran well at Orange County Speedway. It's Chris Dollerton. Third row has car 37, Matt Haas, in the Timberwolf Pontiac car 37. And car number 94, Jessica Shelton. She's in the New Holland Ford. She's on the outside. Her and Chris Dollerton have two of our in-car cameras in today's event. Fourth row has car 33. It's Jonathan Zorlin in the Ream Chevrolet. He'll be alongside car 43, the bumper-to-bumper auto value Toyota. It's Michael Turner, who won the season at the first stop at Charlotte. Jordan Anderson is the inside of the fifth row in the MBNA Pontiac, car number 18. He'll be alongside car 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. It's Ryan George. He's on the outside. Sixth row has William Brock in the Casual GTX Chevrolet, car 27. He'll be flanked by Talladega winner Daniel Olson in the Detroit Gasket Chevy, car 72. Next row down has Paul Minnick, the winner at Texas, in car number 10, the Nesquik Chevrolet. Alongside of him will be Luis Hernandez, car 36, the Stanley Tools Pontiac. Next row down has car number 44, the man who we forgot to mention at South Boston Speedway clinched the championship for the NRSL Mello Yello Series. It's Kyle Matthews, car 44, the Shell Pontiac. And this is one of the tricks he won at this season so far. Looking for the sweep at Rockingham. Benjamin Miles ranks him alongside the winner at Daytona, the Geico Chevrolet, car number 7. Next row down has car 62, Joshua Stakuli in the South Point Hotel Casino Chevy. And car number 34, the Gould's Pump Chevrolet of Jesse Turner. Next row down, the winner at California Speedway this season. It's the GameStop Toyota car 20 of Nick Gunther. Beside him will be car 23, Dougie Shears, Super Shears, currently in contention for the Cup Series points as well. He's in the Stacker 2 Chevy, car 23. Next row down is Johnny Gardner, car 22, the Discount Tire Dodge, and he'll be alongside car 93, the Amoco Ultimate Pontiac of Matt McIntyre. Next row down has car 45, Zachary Fitzwater in the Sprint Spree Chevy. He'll be alongside car 88, Chris Dodd, who won at South Boston Speedway in the Navy Chevrolet, car number 88. Next row down is Cab Shearer in car 14, the Navy Chevrolet, and beside him will be JT Bryant, car number 1, the DeWalt Tool Chevy. Next row down has car 3, Cole Deaver in the Oreo Chevrolet, in the Ritz Oreo Chevy, car 3. And he'll be alongside Joshua Coward, winner at Atlanta, in the Mark I Electric Ford, car 13, driving for Jennifer Jo Cobb. Next row down has car 99, Dunlop Pratt in the Anderson Machine Toyota, and Chelsea Bowles in the Verizon Wireless Dodge, car number 12. Next row down has Zach Flickinger in car number 2 in the AC Delco Chevrolet, driving the race sponsor's car, and Phil Parker, car 17, the DeWalt Tools Chevrolet. Next row down has 29. It's Trace Williams in the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Chevrolet. And car number 5, the Delphi Chevrolet of John Arndt. Next row down, Andrew Davis in car 87, the Bellsouth Mobility Chevrolet. Beside him will be car 63, the Lysol Pontiac. It's Nick Baxter. Next row down has Dylan Young, the winner at Darlington, the first stop over there in the car 38, the Great Clip Chevrolet. And he'll be alongside Emmanuel Hartnett, the winner at Myrtle Beach Speedway in the Aquafresh Chevy Aquafresh Pontiac, car 0. And flanking and starting scratch on the field, car 89, Quentin Moore. He'll be with this ride again next season. The Racing for Jesus Chevrolet, car 89, driving for Morgan Shepherd.
Drivers, start your engines!
The in-car cameras we mentioned for today's event, Jessica Shelton, Chris Dollerton, and our newly crowned champ, Kyle Matthews, will be having our in-car cameras. Kyle Matthews We forgot to mention at South Boston, Kyle Matthews' magic number was actually 417 coming out of South Boston. He came out of South Boston with a 440-point lead, so he eclipsed that mark by 23 points, basically. And he's just had a dominant season. And the interesting note here, 2 points-wise, coming into this event, Jessica Shelton's lead over second place, Charles Stamper, is 450 points, believe it or not. So her lead over second place, or her second place lead over third, is as big as Matthews' points lead. So I tell you, if Shelton and Matthews would have been the ones battling for the championship and had kept it close, it would have been an exciting battle for sure. But Charles Stamper would like to get a win here today at Rockingham as the pace car is on the pit road. A Ford Chevy front row. Charles Stamper and Joshua Osborne leads him down. The AC Delco 200 is on. And going to low on the track here is Andrew Perry in car 666. He'll go for the number 1 spot. But Sanford pulls ahead into turn number 3, and look at the lead Sanford's already got in the 74 machine. And you remember in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, this was the track where Andrew Perry got his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series victory in only his 7th career start, when he won the AC Delco 400 in season 15, driving the number 5 Kellogg's Chevrolet. The same car, by the way, Kyle Matthews drives now in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. He'll be with the 29 car next season with the Hardee's Oldsmobile for the Aero 88 model, I should say. Right now, Zorlan is up hot, is now taking the low side on Andrew Perry, and that's a battle for third spot. Taking second is Matt Haas in car 37, who's had a kind of a feast or famine season, but the Timberwolf Pontiac running very strong here. That is a 2003 Pontiac, the only 2003 Pontiac in the field. And Sanford got loose coming out of turn number 2 and allowing Matt Haas to close up. Jordan Anderson running strong in the number 18 machine, and he is now up to the top 5 position. And here comes that 44, whom you are on board with, Kyle Matthews. Matthews always seems to do well here at the Rock, and in fact, this is where he got his very first Cup Series victory. Also his first victory of the season as well. His first of, I think, 6, isn't it? Yep, 6 wins this season. So, and also add on to his dominating season, he comes in here with an 8.64 average finish this season as well. So, total domination, and I tell you what, Matthews was just absolute heck bent on absolutely just getting the champion, won that first offline championship. He's also got shot 2 in the Cup Series as well, and he's actually in a battle between Charles Stamper, and Dylan Pote for the title in that series as well. He's in 6th position, by the way, talking about Matthews. 7th is Andrew Perry. 3rd is actually Zorlan. 4th is Jordan Anderson, and 5th is Paul Minnick. Joshua Sakuli in 62, one of the Chevy Impalas in the field. He runs in 8th position. Going 9th is Nick Gunther. A good day for him so far. And riding in 10th position in the Casey Atwood colors, it's William Buck in the Castrol GTX Chevy. Here, outside pole sitter Joshua Osborne has dropped back quite a bit in the Winn-Dixie Thunderbird. He runs in 11th position. And there's Jessica Shelton, and you're riding on board with her as she rides right now in 12th position right now. Shelton right down that white line in turns 1 and 2. And Jess has had a pretty good season herself as well in this series, as she comes in here with 4 wins on the season. She won at IRP, the Indy short track. Also won at South Boston. Also won, not South Boston, but Orange County Speedway, I should say, excuse me. In the first Texas Pete Sauce's 300 dual race. She also collected wins at the first Bristol race, and also collected the win, I think, at New Hampshire as well. So that's her 4 wins on the season. Right there behind her, Cole Deaver, one of the schemes he'll be running next season, the Oreo Ritz machine. He'll also be running the Nilla Wafer speed machine, the yellow number 3. And he'll still have the number 3 in all 3 series next season. In this series, also the Advocare Trucks and also the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Deaver, a huge Dale Earnhardt fan. He rides 13th at the moment, Trace Williams in 14th, and here comes Dylan Young closing up on Matt McIntyre in 26. 26. That's his Hershey's Cup number, excuse me. 93 car, excuse me. Sorry. He runs 15th position, I should say. Dylan Young in 16th position. 17th is Cab Shearer. JT Bryant running 18th. And Chris Dollerton, who started in 4th position, he kind of got caught up on the outside as well, and he rides right now 19th in the order. He's been second 3 times this season, looking for that first win. He hopes to get it before the season's over, and there's not many races left. Only 2 remaining after this. Dollerton right now runs in 19th position at the moment here, and here we see up in front of him, JT Bryant, Cab Shearer, and Dylan Young battling out for position right there as we watch Dollerton try to dive inside there. Andrew Davis and Dunn LaPrade closing up here. Davis in 87 and LaPrade in 99. And throw in Nick Baxter and his buddy Johnny Gardner in the mix right now. Baxter, the winner, surprise winner at Michigan this season, the first Michigan race. Well, actually, the only Michigan race this season for the Cup Series for Mello Yello. They shared a first Cup date at Michigan with them, and the trucks shared a second Cup date with them. But Baxter won the race at Michigan this season. He in the Lysol Pontiac. Johnny Gardner in 22nd position, matching his car number. He is currently right now in the 25th spot in the points. Not the season he was hoping for this season for the Brad Keselowski ride from 2010. The car that in fact won Brad the 2010 Nationwide Championship. Speaking of 25th, that was where Phil Parker's running right now. He's in 25th position, make that 24th now as he gets by Zach Flickinger, and he's now got the car of Chris Dodd behind, the winner at South Boston this season. John Arndt in 27, 28th is Luis Hernandez, 29th is Zachary Fitzwater, starting and coming up from last position, starting here in 39th. Coming from 39th dead last to 30th is Quentin Moore. Joshua Collard, who driving for Jennifer Jo Cobb in the number 13 Mark 1 Ford, excuse me. Not the season he's hoping for with that ride here, actually, but on account of the fact that he's won 3 championships with that ride. And Collard right now sits 19th in the standings coming into this race, with that lone win down at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And problems, unfortunately, for the car of Emmanuel Hartnett. Something had gone awry with that machine, but apparently whatever was the problem, he's got that car fixed. And that brings us back to the front. Charles Sanford still out in front here looking for that. And I think he's looking for his second win of the season. I forgot where his first came at this season, to be honest. But anyway, Sanford in the 74 Phenolube Chevy's third in points coming in, and he hopes to keep that third spot in the points. And he's actually in a battle for that spot with Jonathan Zorlin for that spot. So second position is still Matt Haas, and here comes Jonathan Zorlin in 33, the Ream Chevrolet. Jordan Anderson rides in 4th spot still. 5th is still Paul Minix, and a battle now for 6th between Kyle Matthews and Andrew Perry as they come off turn number 2. Rear bumper cam from Kyle Matthews' car. Perry will dive to the inside lane, but Matthews has a great bite to turn number 1, and he keeps the position for now. Almost heading to halfway in the race here. This will be 24 in the books and 26 will be left to go here at the Rock. Right now, pretty much staying single file formation here in the front pack of cars here. Andrew Perry trying to dive in again on Matthews again, but again the high side working to Matthews' advantage. The car working very well on that high side of the track here. But we mentioned the 2 races that we got remaining on the season here. Season after this race here will be at Phoenix International Raceway for the next to last lap on the tour, and also at Homestead Miami Speedway for the 40 Go Boost 300. And both of those races will be a Truck, Mello Yello, and Cup triple header. Battle for third going on here. Jordan Anderson inside of the 33 of Jonathan Zorlin. Zorlin up the high side of the track, and Anderson takes third. And now Paul Minnick wants to join on the front of the number 10 machine, and let's see what he does. Let's see what he does with Zorlin. Zorlin is one of, I think, 4 or 5 Chevy Impalas in the field, and while some of the Chevy teams run the Monte Carlos. In fact, one of the Monte Carlos is in fact leading the race as St. Charles Samper, but here comes Minnick to the inside lane. That's for 4th place. Minnick tries the high side lane here, but now falls back in line. These two cars 10 years apart, a 2010 Impala versus a 2000 Monte Carlo. Off the 4th corner here, Kyle Matthews now still watching behind the 6th position. Here comes Minnick to the inside lane, but Zorlin keeps it up high, and he keeps momentum on the machine. And now note, of course, how slower the speeds are getting right now. This track here basically is like sandpaper, and Rockingham has a history of being hard on tires. So you start off like a house on fire as we ride on board Kyle Matthews' car again. You start off like a house on fire, the track like a rock, but like the rock. But unfortunately, pavement a lot like sandpaper, just about like to tires. Matty's remaining in 6th position right now. Going 7th is Perry. 8th position is Sekuli. 9th is Gunther. Joshua Osborne now moves up in the 10th position here, and giving chase is Jessica Shelton and the 29 of Trace Williams. On board Jessica Shelton's car, as she now chases down Joshua Osborne. And we got a scramble moving up just up ahead right there, as Paul Minnick loses a couple of positions here. Minnick dropping to the 10th position, or dropping to 6th position, I should say. Matthews up to 5th. And Andrew Perry also dropping back as well in the 66 machine in the Dodge. Sekuli's by him. Here comes Gunther and Osborne. And now Perry falls behind Osborne and in front of Shelton now. Shelton gets a run to the inside lane on Perry, but nothing doing. Trace Williams rides in 12th position. Shelton running in 11th. And Trace gets a little loose there, but here he comes. He's got to run off turn number 4. Williams in the 29, Shelton in 94. Shelton gets trapped behind Andrew Perry in the 66 machine, and that costs her a spot here. Now here comes Matt McIntyre and Kev Shearer. McIntyre in 13th, Shearer matching his car number in 14th. And Cole Deaver up to the 15th position now in the number 3 machine. And Jordan Anderson now getting around Matt Haas to take second. And now has his sights set on the 74 on Charles Taylor, who's led every lap so far from the pole. Car number 74, the Fina Loop Staff America Kool-Aid Chevrolet. Comes down to complete another lap. It's 38 in the books, and there'll be now 12 laps to go. Should Charles hold on to win this race, though, it'll be actually running like he is right now, though. That should solidify a spot for 3rd position in the moment. But, I mean, like I said, though, it's crazy. You got a 440-point advantage between 1st and 2nd coming into this race with the championship already locked. And then also you got 2nd and 3rd with a gap as big at 450 between. So 1st and 2nd is already locked for the season, believe it or not. That is kind of strange to even say that with 3 races remaining, to be honest. But it shows you, as we said, how dominant Shelton and Matthews have both been this season. But taking nothing away, obviously, from the 74 of Charles Saber. He has been the dominant car. He has been dominant so far in this event at Rockingham. And by the way, talking about the Castrol GTX Cup Series points, Sanford comes into this race, comes into the AC Delco 470 points behind Kyle Matthews. So the championship battle is still in question with 3 to go on the season, and then that series as well. The Truck Series is off this weekend, and they'll be back for the triple header at Phoenix. Eight laps to go. Minnick runs in 6th position. 7th is Sekuli. 8th is Nick Gunther. Osborne in 9th. 10th is Perry. 11th is Williams. 12th is Shelton. 13th is Matthews. Deaver's now 14th. 15th is William Brock. JT Bryant 16th. 17th is Chris Dallerton, making his way through the field right now. He dropped back a little bit earlier in the race. Dallerton moves to the inside of JT Bryant. You're on board Chris Dallerton's car. Kev Shearer stalking him in the back end of that machine. A pair of Chevy Monte Carlos. Shearer to the inside lane. Here he runs in 18th position. Here comes Dallerton to the inside. He's got the draft off Shearer. And Dallerton up to the 16th position. Shearer to 17th. Now we can get by JT Bryant, the oldest Monte Carlo in the field, a 1995 model. And throw Johnny Gardner, Dunn LaPrade, Dylan Young, and Chris Dodd and Zach Flickinger to mix in. Also, Andrew Davis, 63 of Nick Baxter, and the 99, or not 99, and also the 5 car also of John Arndt. 4 laps to go. Here comes car 18. That's Jordan Anderson closing in on Sanford now. Coming off corner number 4, they come. Helicopter view here. Sanford, his lead at 31 hundredths of a second. Jordan Anderson closing up in that 18-push machine of Moe. That's not to be confused with the Truck Series driver Jordan Anderson, the real Truck Series, I should say. Off the 4th corner they come. Ooh, Sanford had the back off coming off turn number 4. 2 laps to go. And intervals stay the same, 0.3 of a second between the 74 Chevy and the 18 Pontiac. White flag will be up this time by for the number 74 car, Charles Sanford. Started from the pole, has led every lap so far in this event. But Jordan Anderson is not going to give up without a fight. White flag is out. 1 lap to go here at Rockingham. Sanford gets loose coming out turn number 2. They stay the same interval wise, but in fairness, it's not going to happen for the number 18 car coming off corner number 4. Car 74, Charles Sanford that takes the feet loop Chevy. Anderson goes inside. Oh my! I almost spoke too soon on that one. Jordan Anderson just about got Charles Sanford the line, but held him off. Look at the margin, 0.05 of a second. Charles Sanford wins the AC Delco 200, but what in the world happened to Charles's car? Looking as to what happened, they were coming off to number 4. And it appears, though, they come off the turn number 4, yet Charles, he really backed off. You see right there, down to about 129 miles an hour, 128 for that fact. Yeah, that was the margin of the finish line. Oh my. Half a car length separate, about 3/4 of a car length separate the 2 cars, Sanford and Anderson. 0.54 of a second was the margin of victory in the race. Boy, Charles almost backed off too much coming to start finish line. I don't know what happened there, but so 30 races in the books. Charles Sanford gets his second win of the season. Jordan Anderson finishes second. Matt Haas third. Fourth position will go to Jonathan Sorlin. Kyle Matthews, another solid day in 5th position. 6th was Paul Minnick. Joshua Sicoli 7th. 8th is Trace Williams. 9th, Andrew Perry. 10th, Joshua Osborne. Nick Gunther 11th. 12th was Cole Deaver. Matt McIntyre. William Brock. Jessica Shelton, the top 15. Chris Dollerton, Kev Shearer, Johnny Gardner, Chris Dodd, and Dylan Young, the top 18 and the top 20, I should say, in the race. Rest of the finishers: Phil Parker, Zach Flickinger, Dunlap Brad, John Arndt, Nick Baxter, JT Bryant, Luis Hernandez, Joshua Collard, Andrew Davis, Quentin Moore, Benjamin Miles, Chelsea Bowles, Jesse Turner, Daniel Olson, Dougie Shears, Zachary Fitzwater, and Michael Turner was the last car on the lap. Emmanuel Hartnett ends up 1 lap down in 38th position. Ryan George had a gearbox problem that knocked him out of the race in 39th, dead last in the field. So Charles Sanford takes home the AC Delco 200 in today's event at the Rock at Rockingham, North Carolina. Next race on the tour for the NRSL Mello Yello Series brings us to Phoenix International Raceway for the running of the Basha Supermarkets 200, and for the NRSL Advocate Truck Series, it's going to be the Chevrolet. It's going to be the Chevy Silverado 150 for that series. So we will see on the NRSL Sports and Gaming channel for the Casual GTX Cup Series AC Delco 400 at the Rock. Congratulations again to Charles Sanford, the winner of the AC Delco 200 NRSL Mello Yello Series race. So for now, this is James Colson, the production of the NRSL, and we'll see you next time.
Did you have any ignition problems?